Is that your Vespa?
Yes.
Why'd you drive it up there?
I really wanted to go sightseeing.
Yep, great view up there.
Uh-huh.
Cece's unsure.
Great view.
Right. But
we had a little visitor accompany us.
Wait, a little visitor? What kind of visitor? Were you
a real doll?
The invisible kind.
This is Once Upon a Monster of the Week. Reddington. If you saw something, no you didn't. Some mornings you just want to sleep in. Okay. First Norman, now Delilah. Okay. I am up at 6:30 in the morning, apparently.
Delilah, did you say that, like, you have a safe space where you can put that? Maybe?
A safe space, a panic room, technically.
Okay.
I mean, nothing can get in, so I mean, if we want to leave it there, nothing can get out, hopefully.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good place for, like, the journal. Yeah, we'll just move it there.
Okay, if we're gonna move that journal, could we possibly grab the journal that should be in like the Bowman's box of stuff they've already sent? I really want to look through these first.
Delilah, it's 6 fucking a.m.
I have a like cup of coffee that's probably had like a cup of sugar pulled into it, and milk. It's mostly sugar and milk. I just want to have looked through it before I, like, toss it in there.
Oh, we have to walk, though.
Yes, we do.
So we have to leave freaking early to get there.
More coffee, half-rumpled clothes. And isn't the Luxtons out of town?
Yep. Yeah, they live on the edge of town.
We're calling the taxi.
You know what?
Wait, are you guys walking directly to the Luxtons, or are you coming to Isolde's first?
We're going to Isolde's technically before.
Yes,
yeah.
but we have to walk out of town, so we're calling the taxi to take us to Isolde's. Pick y'all up.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, Artie time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea.
You approve.
What time of year is it again?
Just a reminder, dear listeners, it is fall, the wonderful autumn season. We are in desperate need of the Parks and Rec group to plan the fall festival. You would not want that to not happen.
Right.
With the unicorn petting zoo and everything.
Oh, I love it.
The unicorns are all pink this year.
Cece would be waking up with whenever the sunrise is, and having a nice conversation with the dolls before heading downstairs.
Conversations about what?
Well, I think he's, long and languid and brushing out his hair and getting himself into what his day will look like physically, and it's more like, so, how long you been here? How you doing? What should I know about this place? What's with the creepy girl? They don't tell me anything about that. And then it's, do any of you want to come on an adventure today? And I don't know if any of them say yes.
Which one is funny to bring on an adventure? There's already
Dale.
been a clown doll. I want to say Dale, and I want to say that Dale's a clown doll, but there's already been a clown doll.
But Dale could be the, like, beautiful, what is it, Poirot? The one that's, like, all white?
Yeah. Okay.
As if that is not even more terrifying?
I think that's beautiful. No, like, they're very elegant and French and sort of like a greyhound and, the little hat.
Yeah.
Dale the Elegant, yeah.
Dale the Elegant, yeah.
Yeah, I would very happily shake, finger to hand with Dale and, open up the backpack for Dale to get inside.
Dale can't get in on his own. You have to lift him. They can't move.
Once Cece realizes that, he will take Dale and put him inside and face him towards, like, where the zipper is and make sure the zipper, like, just happens to be open right where their face is. So they can see during the day. And then he'll sort of groan and make himself look like y'all want him to. And I'll go out.
At this hour, I don't think Isolde is actually awake yet, but, Mercy is definitely sitting on the kitchen counter, I think with a little steaming cup, that is, like, you could visibly see the steam coming off.
Like
of
a
it.
little
Cece.
shot glass of coffee.
Cece would pause and put down the backpack, aiming Dale towards the kitchen so that Dale can squeal should anything go wrong, and then would walk in and with all the bravery he has again and say, "Good morning, doll."
Oh, I'm afraid you're going to have to be more specific in a house like this.
I'm speaking. Clearly, Dale's here. You're the only other person I'm talking to.
Oh, is it a name you're looking for?
Yes?
Well, then
Cece's like, this one's creepier than the other four.
it's Mercy.
Mercy as in what you're going to show me, or Mercy as in your name?
Oh,
Cece's taking little steps backwards.
well, keep providing good company, and don't turn into a snake again. And I think it could be both.
I had to. I had to, and you know it.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I wasn't mean.
No, you weren't. I just despise the thing.
Oh. You don't like snakes. Oh, okay, that's fine. I won't be a snake anymore. That's fine.
All right.
Can you talk faster?
I used to be able to, you know.
No, I don't know. And Cece kind of fully comes into the room and sits down and pours herself a cup of tea, and
This is entirely in your head, by the way. The doll is still completely stationary.
that's awesome. Sits down and yeah, just tell me all about it. And starts eating and listening.
I'm not sure that we know each other quite well enough for that yet, but I definitely used to be a bit stronger than this. Now
How
I'm
old are you?
confined just under a century and a half now.
Wow. Why'd you die?
Oh, she hasn't told you that. That's good.
What?
That's good. We'll talk about that
But-
later.
No, I mean, I'm not being rude. I'm just trying to get to know you.
I understand, but it's a bit of a different circumstance than you may think.
Okay. I mean, I presume you're dead. Maybe you're alive?
Oh no, quite dead.
Okay.
Isolde!
Yes,
I'm talking to your doll, not the one I took. I'm talking to the other one that scared me.
Oh, dear, Mercy, and she's already coming down the stairs. Mercy, what did we... The silent treatment, really? We can discuss this tonight. I'm sorry, Cece, my wife tends to act up. She's strange around new people.
How old are you?
54?
Are you 100 and you're 51? Wait,
54.
hold on, wait. When did you marry her?
I married...
She's wicked old.
I know, we were both... This is sort of the thing that people do tend to freak out about, but I was well into adulthood at that point.
That is better.
Yeah, we were both adults. We had known each other for, quite some time since I was in my 20s, and it's not quite what you think. I say my wife, she is my wife. The last name is hers.
Oh, that's so sweet. I want to know everything, but also we have to get Titanic stuff.
Quite.
We say like
Upon
this
hearing the
taxi
word
honking.
Titanic, you hear and the doll is just gone. Mercy's just gone.
Cece looks curiously at both of them and then makes eye contact with Dale out of the corner of their eye and just goes, "What's the backstory? What's going on?"
Dale would not know.
Ah, c'est un petit peu compliqué, là, je sais pas, pour de vrai, là, c'est pas quelque chose qu'on est capable souvent, là.
Slower.
Je le sais pas.
D'accord. Mais je ne le veux pas. Je ne suis pas très heureuse.
I don't know the backstory of Mercy.
Cece finds this very kind of alluring. Anyway, great. Cece will let it drop from there.
Well, we should be... I'm sorry if that was how your morning got started. We should be expecting Morgan and Delilah at any moment. Don't know if they're early risers, but you certainly are. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm not... have I scared you?
No, it takes... Cece, it takes a lot to scare me. Alright?
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
And Cece definitely holds Isolda's hands.
Alright. Isolda's like, okay, we're doing this. This person needs my help. We're good. We got it. Oh, we're good.
Is there probably like taxi honking outside?
Yeah.
Ah!
Great. Get in, loser. We're going to haunt a doll.
Get in, loser. We're playing fetch.
Right.
I have a question. Does Isolda bring another doll or the Barbie? Is the Barbie coming along?
The Barbie is... Well...
The Barbie is coming along, and Dale is in my backpack.
All right.
Dale's okay, and then Isolda's gonna bring the Barbie.
It has been a few episodes since we've seen Artie, our dear cab driver. He is the only one in town, so if you ever need a ride, you've met Artie. Even though our dear Cece is skittish of everything in town, they've likely caught a ride with Artie in the past as well.
Oh,
Then Cece is fine.
I mean, Delilah's probably paying for the
Isolda can pay for the cab as well. They can go half on it.
We can go 3. I mean,
No. Delilah probably just hands Artie a wad of cash when she gets in the cab. That way, no one else can pay.
Aww. Cece's really impressed by that.
Okay. It's so early. What time is it again? Are you really taking a cab?
I think like at 7:15 a.m. Yeah. Right?
By the time they get over there and they actually get out of the house.
Does Artie need to sleep is my question. Based on what...
At Artie's age, he's fine. He's awake.
Is it a 24-hour cab service for future notice?
It must be. Right? It would have been helpful last night.
Well, you should have called him.
Fudge! Oh my god.
We had transportation last night.
I presume you guys filled us in on the whole Vespa incident and whatnot?
Artie pulls up next to Delilah and Morgan, nods hello, and then says,
"Wonder what happened last night."
As he looks at the Vespa in the tree.
Oh.
I'm sure it was a freak accident.
What? Is that your Vespa?
Yes.
Why'd you drive it up there?
I really wanted to go sightseeing.
Yep, great view up there.
Uh-huh.
Cece's unsure.
Great view.
Right.
But...
We had a little visitor accompany us.
Wait, a little visitor? What kind of visitor?
Were you...
A real doll.
The invisible kind.
Artie nods in a kind of confused understanding.
Oh... You guys are okay?
My pride's a little hurt, and I'm not sure my insurance is going to cover that.
Yeah, we have to ask the town council, or Wendy. We have to ask, yeah. Because we were technically on the job, I think.
Can you drive faster, Mr. Artie, please?
Why, of course.
And he guns it.
Thank you.
Well, to be fair, we have discussed with the poltergeist. It was kind of a very one-way discussion, but I think we came to an understanding.
Discussed with the poltergeist. Can all of us do this?
No, definitely not. I mean, I just talked at it, and Delilah talked at it, and we just didn't hear nothing back, and then they left us alone, so I assume we had a successful discussion.
Benedict is definitely in the car, too, so...
Isolda, I don't think you realise the gravity of the mistake you've made in giving me to this person.
Benedict, they're going to be...
I was in a tree.
She is going to be fine. She clearly knows what she's doing if she got the thing to leave them both alone. It's fine.
We just hear you saying this out loud.
A tree, Isolda, a tree.
Who are you talking to now?
Oh, Benedict. Did you know? I keep forgetting.
It is a sword.
With a gentleman's soul inside of it, yes.
Cece just puts their head in their hands and is tired of things in other things.
I think Morgan's gonna hand like their coffee, like they take a big gulp of coffee and hand it to Cece. Like, "Do you want coffee?"
Cece smells it, and it's a little much for them this early in the morning. Caffeine, but thank you very much.
Takes it back. Drinks.
Benedict, you and I are going to talk later, okay? We can talk about getting you somewhere else or getting you a bit more mobility.
I'm sorry, maybe you didn't hear me the first time. I was in a tree!
Cece just mutters, "Who's Benedict?"
It's the sword. It'll be fine. Artie, you can keep a secret, right?
Oh yeah, you good. You're good. Not paying attention at all to what's going on back there.
Right. It's not that much of a secret. It's just sort of cumbersome if it gets out.
It is a sword.
Delilah.
I think there was a discussion about this last
Yes,
afternoon when you grabbed it.
Well,
Cece
yes.
picks up her backpack and lets Dale look out the window. The two of them are just going to enjoy the view.
Does that mean Cece sitting up front?
Sure.
Ah, you got a friend?
I have three friends, and
Oh, I just meant you're holding up your bag.
I see beau.
Yep.
Tellement beau.
Oh, qu'est-ce que c'est? Répétez-vous.
C'est beau. C'est
Oh oui, c'est très beau.
pretty.
Palais, beaucoup.
The Reddington Historical Preservation Society pulls up to the front gates of the Luxton's house. Listen, as much as I love all of Reddington's citizens, the Luxton's house is atrociously over-extravagant, to say the least. These people have so much money, and, going to be honest, listeners, they're such assholes.
Pardon? Hello?
God, I
Okay.
hate rich people.
Cece and Dale are just looking at this sucker.
C'est beau.
Oui.
Someone has actually placed a box sitting outside the gate. It must have been placed out there last night, considering how late it is. Or early it is. I don't know, listeners. Time is an illusion, and I'm exhausted because Delilah has had me up since 6:30 this morning. But anyways, this box. Someone must have put it out incredibly late last night, and absolutely no one is around because it's normal sleeping hours. But it does look like this box has been tossed around quite a bit.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh. Okay.
I guess, Artie, can you wait? This could maybe take a second.
Yeah, I got all day.
Okay,
Let's go grab the butts.
I'd get out of the car.
Yeah, same.
The box has been tossed through. There is definitely a lot of broken stuff.
But that's not on us. We didn't do this. We did not do this one.
We should have came in earlier. Damn it.
We should take photos just so they know this is how we found it.
That's why I wanted to arrive earlier, but I guess it wasn't early enough. Damn it.
Morgan does spot a notebook a few feet away, ripped up and lying in a ditch because, of course, this family has a moat and ditches.
Oh wait, we see a notebook in a ditch?
Yes, the notebook is battered and torn up.
Apparently, Morgan runs to it.
Yeah, definitely. Morgan
Can we
runs
play-
the notebook in a ditch.
Can we play like a jigsaw puzzle now? Put it back together like a jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, I see.
Well, are there pages?
Does Delilah have tape with her?
Okay, wait. What is the state of the notebook? Like, is it?
It is upside down and open in a small, shallow pool of water. Morgan sees some ripped up papers around, scattered in the wind. Well, okay, it looks like a breeze has blown some of the pieces down the road. I don't see Morgan finding all of these pieces.
I tried though. I can try.
Yeah.
I would love. Can I see how fast I can go similarly in human form? Since I don't want to transform in front of Morgan.
I'll admit, I have underestimated CC. They are able to find all the pieces that Morgan missed, and they're slightly faster than normal human speed. It's just fast enough.
Just a touch of cheetah, you know.
Yeah, I just probably put like one of those like little mini rolls of stationery tape and just start piecing it back together.
I mean, we should pick up all the pieces, right?
Yeah.
We've run after all the pieces. We've got all the pieces. Has anyone been putting stuff back into the box?
Yeah, Zolda's been doing that.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we have all this stuff, we can start assembling in the car. Unless someone is staying or trying to go into the mansion.
I get car sick if I look at
I don't
something.
want to break into this thing.
And we've had bad luck in people's houses.
Oh, why would we break in? We have the box.
Exactly.
Just for fun. Just for fun.
Just to complete this set.
Yeah.
We have to
we
break
just do it
into
for, like,
everyone in Reddington's
funsies.
house, and then we'll finally be free of the curse.
They will not employ us for the whole year. The council will be like, you are so inept.
Well, we just make our fourth smash or grab.
I mean, to be fair, I am curious to see the inside. I am.
Morgan!
I'm sure we can find a reason to get formally invited some other time.
We do have to return this stuff.
And we need to make sure that the poltergeist is dealt with before the news bulletin calls us back and might run a story or two about
Oh, that's true. Oh,
Yeah,
That's right.
We
That's
are
right.
technically on like a timeline for another 13-ish hours.
That can happen.
Well, all we have to do, really, to like finish our task, is we just need to get all these boxes in whatever state they're in. It doesn't matter. It wasn't our fault. And put them to Wendy, and then it's her problem.
I know. Don't we have to?
No, it's not.
It is, in fact, not.
Don't we also have to kind of
It
get
could
rid of the
be.
poltergeist? Like, there's this. Don't we have to also? I mean,
The
morally,
poltergeist can be her problem.
I don't know. I don't want to pawn a poltergeist off on Wendy. She's been kind to us.
I think this is technically our problem too.
Yes, if we're a little... We are supposed to be building the exhibit, if you recall.
yeah, I feel like the poltergeist might like try to like mess up with the exhibit. So
I
That
mean,
is
if we
true.
can get it
get rid
in
of
that
it,
stupid
you know.
doll.
Okay,
Then-
all right.
It's in that way, it's kind of a responsibility, just because we don't want it to mess up with what is actually our responsibility. But you're kind of right, Cece. Like, I can see why
walks
it's
away
not
from
our
all of
responsibility.
you and walks into the front of the cab and sits down next to Artie with Dale very much in her lap. And she does ask Artie, have you noticed that there are no exits out of this town? And do you happen to know any of the exits out of this town?
Do we hear that, or are we all outside? Or
I would have gotten in the thing and slammed the door.
okay,
If that helps.
good to know.
My dear friend Artie. He is aware that he should not be sharing things like this with citizens, so he looks around really quickly before responding.
If you really want to leave Reddington, it's not gonna be by a road.
He pats Cece on the shoulder and calls to the rest of the group.
Hey, come on. Where am I taking you guys?
We have plenty of time to break in later, Morgan. Let's just get in the car. We have other things to deal with today.
Okay,
Yeah, the HBS building.
Yeah, we're Historical Preservation Society, please, Artie.
Artie takes the Reddington Historical Preservation Society back through town.
And we've brought the stuff, Isolda's brought the stuff she needs from the Titanic and for her own rituals and stuff.
I have to know, dear listeners, does Isolde only have the items they've picked up from the founding families? Or does she have anything of Mercy's with her? Where did that newfound notebook of Mercy's go?
Mercy's notebook. She has that
Did you
with
take
her.
it with you?
She has the notebook. I don't think she's taken anything else of Mercy's because she doesn't want to start a fight back home. So that's all she's taken because Mercy doesn't know she has that yet.
Ooh.
Basically everything she could need to both summon this poltergeist and trap this poltergeist, and it's like in this big cloth cinch bag that is just on her lap.
Hey guys, it's me, your favorite spooky content creator, Zoe. Now I know you all love my videos where I go check out some of your favorite haunts and cursed attractions, but lately I've been noticing how upsetting this can be when there's nothing I can do to fix it. Well, almost nothing. As a longtime ghost whisperer, I'm here to offer my services in making sure you not only survive whatever unholy and likely permanent bond you share with your ghastly ghoul, but that you can minimize the damages made to your health and safety. Introducing the Hernandez Academy of Rehabilitating Monstrosities. Or HARM, if that's a bit of a mouthful for you. Here at HARM, we make sure to provide the enrichment your abominations need, while also finding less destructive alternatives to their impulses. You can call me Professor XO. So bring your devious little demon, your ghastly ghoul, your heinous horrors. Bring them to me. Bring them to HARM. And I'll see you next time on my channel, XO from Zoe.
After a stressful day yesterday, the Historical Preservation Society is able to get back, thankfully with no issues. Now, where will they deal with the poltergeist?
An empty room?
Just anything with a bit of space and that I could set up shop in for a little bit.
That can be trashed.
Also, I'm going to need more than one person to do this, I think.
Wait, Isolde, did you ever go into your office?
Yes.
I mean, it's not the space that you need for this, or?
No, I'm afraid not.
I mean, there should be some sort of exhibition hall that we clearly haven't touched yet. That should have plenty of room.
That's right, we did. We were in the main hall that had, like, all the other, like, didn't have murals and, like...
The lobby.
The lobby, yeah. Artifacts and things under glass.
I suggest a place that, like, doesn't have too many windows and doesn't have a lot of things that can be trashed around.
Like
Is there
I
a
said,
basement?
like, really empty exhibition hall.
It's true, we haven't set anything up in it yet, so...
I think there's something in the basement, to be honest.
I mean,
Okay.
I went.
Get into it.
It's just
Okay, what's a historical preservation basement like?
No, don't go to the basement. Don't go to the basement. It's
What do you have in the basement, Morgan?
there's
Who do you have in the basement?
there.
Why do you ask that question, Isolde?
There are
That was
some
Lauren. That was...
there are some living stuff in the basement, but it's just nothing. I won't say it's not illegal, but it's not.
It better not be one of the unicorns.
This is happening in care.
This is, I mean, it's just not a good place. There's just a lot of stuff that can be hurt or trashed. So
Okay,
please not the basement.
so Isolde's
You're
going
not
to...
good at holding their tongue.
Yeah, Isolde's going to kind of nod and be like, yes, that doesn't sound like the place. How about the exhibition hall? And any broken windows are festive.
Part of the exhibition.
Part of the exhibition. Yeah.
Modern art.
I mean, couldn't there be, like, an exhibition hall that does not have any windows?
Yeah, or
Like,
like
there's
one.
probably a room that doesn't have windows, right?
Yeah, since, like, artifacts
That's not
that you
the
cannot
basement.
put them in the sun or the upstairs.
Don't touch my basement.
You really better not have, like, poor animals down in that basement.
The group has entered the exhibit hall that is specifically for items that can no longer handle sunlight or specific hard lights. It is one of the few windowless rooms that is not deep in the basement.
So, Isolde's like, kind of looked at the rest of them. So, I mean, I can just set up for a summoning and we can go for it, as they say.
Are we using chalk, blood, or salt?
Probably
Not
just
blood.
chalk. I don't tend to use the blood, do you?
No.
I mean, I have a few supplies if we need blood.
No, I don't need the blood. I was just curious what Delilah's methodology was. That was...
I mean, just kind of shrug shoulders.
Okay. We'll talk later. Just chalk should do it for now, and, pulls out a few supplies, some more from her bag.
While we're doing this prep work, I go and get the books from my panic room that we have in the Historical Society. Because I feel like they all should be probably in the same place.
Okay, so, I think Isolde's gonna kind of look to all of them. I'm happy to take the lead, but would anyone care to help me out?
Whatever you need.
Yeah.
Right. Has anyone done this before?
I just raise my hand.
I've seen some stuff,
Right.
but not hands-on
Okay.
did stuff.
It's probably a lot like what you've seen. It's fairly standard procedure. Delilah, if you wouldn't mind, and Cece and Morgan, you're welcome too. There's also no pressure.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Do we old ends?
Okay, so what do
We
we
all
need
hold
to
hands,
do?
yeah. I think Isolde
I'd be down for that.
is also going to kind of beckon them in. hold hands using Mercy's journal as the forefront of it to trap a specific monster inside the Barbie doll.
Yes.
Just not in Dale, please.
We summon you inside the doll.
I can't see. What does this Barbie look like? Have we heard what it's wearing?
Yeah.
I didn't think it had clothes.
No, yeah.
Right, I thought
There
it was a
a
naked
description.
Barbie
With chewed-up feet.
with like marker
Yes.
stains
Yeah,
all
like
over it.
half of its hair is pulled
Yeah.
out,
Yes.
melted, missing
Did it-
feet.
That's right. That's why it has no feet.
Yeah, it's been chewed on, it's been everything.
So to picture it, basically, we've used chalk to make a circle. We're holding hands. We're inside or outside of the circle?
Inside.
Inside the circle. The Barbie doll's in the center of the circle?
Yes.
Okay, we're all thinking hard while Isolde says stuff.
Isolde, I think does get to a point where she's just saying stuff, then she kind of looks around to the assembly and says, "Oh, just don't be alarmed here," and her neck snaps back a little bit. And it just takes a second, and she kind of just rides it out, kind of stretching. Eyes come back into focus and everything. Oh yes, it's here. I'm gonna need everyone to just wheel it into the doll with a lot of focus, okay? Because it does not
Morgan,
want to be here.
focus.
Okay.
There's a lot of focus happening.
Freaking thing
Morgan's
destroyed
just
my
like
Vespa.
trying to explode the doll with their mind.
Yeah, like staring, like
Like 11?
willing it
Yeah, like-
very much.
Yeah.
Cece is looking around, and since I rolled a little low, I think the reason why it was low is because they were a little distracted that the poltergeist might be anywhere, and they're more ready to, like, jump in the way of the poltergeist and Isolde should something go wrong. So they're, like, willing it away from Isolde, but not necessarily into the doll.
And
Dale is in my backpack on my back.
Dale might get grumpy, but Isolde can take care of it
Please.
from there.
Please don't hurt Dale.
Dale can charm the poltergeist and offer it brie.
Isolde succeeds in trapping a poltergeist into Cynthia the Barbie doll.
Isolde kind of looks around. Is everybody alright? I sort of lost track there for a second.
We're okay. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Morgan, Delilah.
I'm great. I'm fine.
I mean, I want to draw on that thing some more for ruining my fucking Vespa.
Right.
But is it a mean poltergeist?
Well, now that it's
Or, like-
in a vessel, we might be able to get a bit more out of it, but we do also have an exhibition to plan.
And where are we putting this?
What are we gonna
Thing?
do with it? Yeah.
It can...
Can it walk?
Isolde kind of looks at it. I'm not going to pick you up without your say-so. Can you, how's your mobility, dear?
I mean, it does it have feet? Or not?
It
I
has,
thought the feet were burnt off.
they're like little stumps.
How to make it even madder?
You've never...
We should have been more worried about the kid, even not possessed.
Oh my.
I mean, there's like, when you take the magnifying glass with sun.
The doll could commando, you know?
I'm just picturing right now, and I don't think this is what happens, but what would you do if this was the doll and we asked how its mobility was? It just glides.
Oh!
That's better? What?
That is not better.
It is, kind of.
Cece just puts one foot a little bit in front of Isolde, in case, and is a little bulkier, and is looking very much at this doll, making eye contact.
So, would you rather me carry you to my office, or would you like to go yourself?
Isolde and Cece hear it respond, swearing up a storm, but Cynthia the doll goes by itself. No one has asked William Zane what his name actually is, so I guess we will keep calling him Cynthia.
Alright, hopefully we can get this all worked out.
Cynthia starts to tell Isolde about how they promised they would
That we could help it find
We
the
can
truth.
help it find the truth.
Yeah.
We will. We have a bit of another commitment to tend to, but we will. I assure you, I have personal stake in the matter at this point.
Cece looks at Morgan and Delilah, and Isolde's a little bit behind them, and just says, I don't think we should put the doll in the diorama, however.
No, it can stay in my office.
Okay.
I don't think a Barbie doll was like there at the Titanic. I don't think it's like a relic. I don't think people would appreciate seeing that there.
Titanic Barbie? Yeah?
And if you try anything funny, I will melt the hands off of you.
Delilah is so cool.
I mean, Delilah is kind of cool.
I don't like this thing.
It messed with your Vespa.
Now I have to walk.
Okay, so do we just get the other stuff together and start putting stuff together?
Yeah.
Sounds like it to me.
Okay.
We also have to call the newspaper and tell them that we handled it. Yeah.
So are you going to call the newspaper now?
This is good news, right? So I think I can handle it. Like, this is, yeah.
Totally can.
Yeah.
Do we have a phone here that Morgan can call out of?
Doesn't
I have
Morgan
my
have their
cell phone?
Do we want to use a cell phone?
We could go up to
Sure.
someone's office and do it officially.
Do we have phones in our office?
Have you checked your office?
No.
Have we been in your office?
No.
I mean, we can see if your office has one.
Let's go.
I don't think it does. I feel like it doesn't, but sure.
How do we get the doll to stay there
Oh, I can...
and not, like, leave?
I thought we were bringing the doll with us to put in
I'll put it
Isolda's
in my
office.
office, and I'll get it protected. I actually believe that in the last session, I described a doll-sized rocking chair in my office.
Yes, you did.
So I'm going to put the doll in a protective circle in the rocking chair.
I hate this so much.
Very considerate.
The worst part about this is that I'm afraid that our collective bullshit has only begun. That is...
This is the prequel for a reason.
That's true. What should we tell the newspapers?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good thing to establish before I go.
We should shoot, and perhaps only one of us should say anything.
Right.
And that's not me.
Okay, so it's not CC.
Mm-mm.
I think Morgan,
yeah.
you should. Could you just, when you call, could you get that phone number from Fen?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
They seemed eager to, well, from what I heard.
Yes, I'm curious why, but just curious enough to, take a look.
Get Ben's phone number. Okay.
And all you need to let them know is that it's been handled. The exhibition will open on time, and no one has to worry about any possessed infants running around.
Good. I will probably say exactly
For
that,
now.
so it doesn't come out weird. Okay.
Okay. So we go into your office.
Do we go into my office? Okay, we go.
Dear listeners, Morgan's lab has made an appearance in the past. It is deep in the basement, but they do have an office on the same floor as everyone else. At the back of their office, there is a door that leads to the lab. But, well, Morgan can tell you more about their actual office.
It's not a big room. There's like this single large L desk that is very cluttered with fallen piles of essays that needs to be graded, and there's like about 25 laboratory hardback notebooks stacked over one another. Some are open, some are not. There's some on the ground too. There's an open bag of chips, and like this tiny succulents that are on like amongst the sheets of paper. Yeah, apart from that, there's a really old looking couch at one extremities. Like, it looks very comfy, like you sink a lot when you go there. That's where Morgan would probably sleep. And yeah, there's a few bookshelves that have college textbooks like animal physiology, advanced behavioral ecology, and if you look closely, there's also like research in cryptozoology and moth people anatomy and large lake monsters nesting habits. And yeah, so yeah, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of like small skulls, mounted skeleton and skulls in little glassware. But yeah, that's what you can see quickly. There's more, but that's what you can see quickly.
Visible skulls. Okay.
Yeah, there's a phone. Okay, amongst the papers and stuff like that. Good. A phone. Okay. So they walk. They grab the phone. Does the number? I guess they had noted the number before.
They purposefully dialed this number this time.
Yeah. call it.
Hey, this is the news in the tunnel. Hi, Barnabas.
Hi, Barnabas.
Fen also here. Hi.
Fen, I think. Yeah, it's sorry we called yesterday. It was a bit of a mess. It's the Historical Preservation Society, and here, yeah.
Hey.
Wait, okay. Here to call and say that everything is been handled. That there will be no more possessed child by this specific thing that we captured. I cannot promise that there won't be any more possessed child because I don't know what the hell is going on in this town. But there won't be. Okay.
See,
There
Barry,
won't be-
everything is fine.
Yeah.
We didn't need to do any more work.
And
There is super duper a story here. It's like our job.
the exhibit.
Is it our job?
The exhibition will go on as planned, and for the Titanic, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Oh, are you
Okay.
doing an exhibition?
We are, yeah. For
Barry,
Yeah?
why don't you go do a story about their exhibition? Interview whomever about whatever.
That sounds great. And if we just happen to talk about, the child endangering threat that may or may not be taken care of,
No. Yeah, you do that. Have fun.
Fantastic.
My esteemed colleague is telling me no.
Oh,
But I mean that we have not endangered any child,
We haven't done any child, but they could
Oh,
come
great.
to the exhibition. But
You're you're welcome to come to
You were fine. You were fine.
you're doing great.
Okay.
You're doing great, Morgan. Just
Okay,
keep going.
so
Just like the Chinese food.
okay, so you can come absolutely to the exhibit, and we can chat about what went down. And also
Barnabas will be there.
also Fen, may I have your number? I mean, it's for
whoa!
oh,
I'm so.
it's
Whoa!
for,
I'll just give you the
It's
phone.
not for me, it's
I have
for-
paperwork I could do.
it's for Isola.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. And I
the
walk away.
one about the antiques for the I happen to have a. I give one of the 4 numbers that I have at my disposal, which I'm mainly keeping for hints on things I might want to sort of get access to. Just give that number to Isolda. If she asks, tell her I happen to have some connections in the very niche market I believe her antiques are best suited for.
Some connection in a very niche market that our antiques are destined for. Or what is it? What did you say?
Very niche market antiques. I mean, they are mildly to moderately haunted and or cursed. I've got a market for that.
Okay.
Together, I think we can do some pretty good business, a little bit better than just selling to randos in Reddington. Trust me.
Morgan just repeats exactly the words.
Isolda's just nodding. Just nodding.
She's nodding, Ben. So I think that might go forward. I don't know. I don't want to
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good. We'll chat later.
Cool. So yeah, you don't have to call us back now. I mean, we answered.
We
Yeah.
will, Morgan, we'll see
Yeah.
Barnabas at the exhibition. And we can
We'll see you at the exhibition, Barnabas. Great talking to you.
Then
I am
just
so far in the other room.
I gently take the
Bye.
phone out of Morgan's hand and just put it on there.
Thank you.
That was.
I
really
mean,
good.
I think that went
Yeah,
great.
you did a lot better than all of yesterday.
Thanks. I feel better about it than I did yesterday.
Good, you should
Which
feel good about
I mean,
But maybe we should set a rule that we don't talk to the news about the weird things that we're dealing with.
Maybe we can talk
Call
about
him
it.
back and tell him not to come.
I mean, we have a whole exhibition to talk about, but
He can come.
Do
I
we
think
really
if
need
we
this stuff
call
getting
him
out?
back, it sounds more strange if we call him back and say, "Don't come."
that's
yeah.
no. I'm not
We
saying don't come. We just don't need to talk to them about the weird stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How?
y'all-
Actually, no, but that's true. Like we'll probably be at the exhibition, have to stand in front of things, and people will ask us questions, and then we'll have to tell them about like the break-ins and things.
That's
No,
a problem
no,
for
we-
later.
No, we don't. We
Okay.
just, if we have to lead groups around, we will prep someone or some of us on specific interesting facts about the Titanic.
Yeah,
Not
right.
about ghost or child possession and everything that's happened. They don't need to know about creepy Barbie upstairs.
Wouldn't it be really fun? Do you think the poltergeist is from the Titanic?
well, it's
I imagine so.
probably. Maybe?
It's
Yes.
wanting books from the Titanic, or at least from that time.
Maybe it lost its journal and doesn't want any of us to read its diary.
It's shy.
It's it's a little mean. It also hit me really hard.
Yeah, true. Speaking
And
of,
my
like,
frickin' Vespa.
so you said like not to talk about that to the newspaper, but real talk, y'all. How many people are like aware of like the supernatural and stuff like that in this town? Because I mean, y'all didn't seem surprised at all by everything, and we just like assumed that everyone knew, kinda.
Well,
and-
everyone knows Artie, so I guess like how weird could this town be? So why can't we tell the newspaper?
That's
Right?
that's like kind of what I'm asking, right?
I mean, some stuff is also more dangerous, and
Hmm.
there's maybe some things about some people we don't want to talk about. And Delilah's like looking at Cece.
See, Cece doesn't pick up on it for a minute because Cece's thinking of Isolde. And then Cece notices Delilah, and then Cece looks at Morgan, and then Cece looks at Delilah.
I mean, I'm not like no obvious hint. I'm not saying Cece's name or anything, but like
No. Yes, that is smart. Not everyone is obviously a skeleton.
and I mean, we have unicorn petting zoos and other
Yeah.
things like that, but
I feel like unicorns make sense, though, right?
what I'm trying to say is, do we really need to tell the town about a potentially murderous, potentially felonious, for at least for breaking and entering?
Oh yeah, that part
poltergeist?
I
thought-
wouldn't mention.
I don't think
We took care of it for a reason.
exactly.
They don't need to know.
Although,
mean-
if you want to get your Vespa insurance, you might have to explain why it got in a tree.
Yeah, but I don't have to explain that to the news.
Also, like
Okay.
if that lady presses charge for us, kind of relatively entering into her house and
I
chatting
think we
with
need to
her.
tell Wendy. I think we need to tell Wendy everything. I think that's what we need to do. We need to tell Wendy because she probably knew about it and she sent us into danger, and that wasn't very nice of her. She didn't even ask us if we wanted to take the
Can I
job.
just call Wendy?
Hello, you have reached Wendy's cell phone. I am not available right now, so if you could, please call one of our community service members at the following numbers. For the news bulletin group, please dial.
Wendy, no. Wendy sees the caller ID come up and goes, no. Not today.
Is Wendy aware of all our shenanigans? As she's been getting like 911 calls all day.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. She can help us with damage control if these people actually want to go to the news.
I'm sure we can go to Wendy if we need the help.
Dear listeners, these are excellent questions that the Reddington Historical Preservation Society members are asking, and the answer is yes. I am, as you are all well aware, fully aware of what is going on at any time in this town. But I do not have time to clean up their messes. That is actually why they were hired. But when they did call, I was actually on the phone with Boone Greeley discussing Delilah's Vespa.
Okay, then. In that case, I don't know. Cece would sort of take Dale if everything's sort of settled. Take Dale in a pot of glue and sort of rifling through whatever's on Morgan's desk that looks artistic.
What are you doing with the glue, Cece?
I'm gonna go down and start making the exhibition. I don't know what I need, arts and crafts wise.
Are you looking for something in particular?
No. I'm literally going to start the exhibition.
But why are you going through my desk?
Scissors and glue, and I don't have these things in my
area.
Okay.
I mean, it is supposed to be a exhibition. Do we really want to use glue and scissors?
Look, I went
There's a
to
lot of
college
broken
and
stuff,
I
okay?
made dioramas. I know what I need for a diorama.
Also, there's a lot of broken stuff, so I have crazy glue that could fix some stuff. Didn't we have a glass, like a whiskey glass that was broken?
As the group starts walking, a loud sound can be heard hitting the ground. I think it came from a tree. A tree?
Outside the tree! Oh! Oh no.
Let's go.
It's gonna take more than glue.
There's a window. There's a window in Morgan's office if we can look at through there.
Looking out the window, they see Delilah's Vespa on the ground and one Luke Greeley in the tree looking down. The Vespa is upright, but it is covered in leaves and twigs, and it looks like those handles are snapped. No, that thing is not going to be driving anytime soon.
I'm sorry.
If I have to buy another one of those, that thing is going into an oven.
That might just release it though. We can talk.
A freezer, then.
You can probably put crazy glue on it.
I have a -80 freezer. Maybe we could put it there.
All right. Well, discussing ways to torture the vessel, perhaps we can just.
We're the good guys.
I don't know that
I'm just putting it on ice.
I don't know that I'm too keen to do that to it until we have an understanding with this being. So, how about
I'm about to have an understanding with it.
Delilah,
we're gonna go into your haunted room and talk to it, aren't we?
at some point, I think right now we just need to get our exhibit underway.
Exactly. And I stuff a bunch of Morgan's helpful art supplies.
With what we picked up from the families, that is what it's for.
They don't have art supplies. They have a few colored pencils, and that's about the extent of their art supplies.
It's just like Titanic in big letters.
I'll make a banner.
Can we make a PowerPoint with clip art and everything?
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. We're using wingdings.
Okay, so Isolde
and using the like Comic Sans MS.
Yeah.
Yes,
like,
because
font.
that's because we don't want
For
people
the
to be
exhibit.
depressed by the Titanic exhibit. So
Comic Sans.
Do we get confetti then?
yes.
Isolde has been arranging the artifacts in the cases that they're supposed to go into, and just looks over her shoulder at them raising this makeshift banner in the hallway and just goes, "You're doing great."
Thank you.
Let's leave the Artistic Historical Preservation Society to their exhibit planning in private, I think. We will join them next episode to see how the Titanic exhibit has come together. I can't imagine anything bad would happen at the opening of the exhibit. Wouldn't you agree? But it is good that they have dealt with our poltergeist problems, and the town can be quiet for another day. I think our neighborhood watch group is close to finishing up with the slime monsters too, so don't go far, dear listeners. As already said, Reddington is not the easiest place to leave now. Thank you for listening to Once Upon a Monster of the Week. Reddington's monsters are controlled by Meg Griffin. Episodes are edited by Alex Lavelle and produced by Algie Todd. A special thanks to Red Griffin for our character art, and to Michael Sands and Evil Hat for the Monster of the Week gaming system used in this podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks to check in on our neighborhood watch group. I'm personally hoping that they found those missing kids. Until then, you can always visit welcometoreddington.com to find links to our Patreon, cast and character bios, and to our Reddington tourism shop. We do understand that money is tight, so if you're enjoying the show, we would more than appreciate it if you could leave us a rating or review wherever you listen to podcasts. Once Upon a Monster of the Week is part of Haunted Griffin Entertainment. Please check out our website for more of our shows. Today's episode starred
Emily C.A. Snyder as Cece Stratos.
Alice Hart as Delilah Fleece.
Lauren Tucker as Isolde and Mercy Finnegan.
Cam Clark as Morgan Lapointe Evans.
and today's guest included
Isaiah Rothstein,
Algie Todd,
Theo Wambuzik,